When did you realize that you were unusually gifted or talented?
I think it happened when people would say to me, how did you do that?
Hello, line 2 in human design. Welcome to this video, which is a short synopsis of what it means to be the hermit in human design. It is relevant to you if you are a 2-4, a 2-5, a 5-2, or a 6-2. I have also interviewed some amazing line 2 profiles and compiled the interviews into a short series of 3 videos that goes more into depth on the topics we're covering today. So I will link them as I talk about the various topics, but you can also go to the description box below to find them linked there too. And if we haven't met, I'm Karen McMullen. On my channel here, I share channeled messages as well as human design to help you get really clear on who you are, what you're here for, and then to go be and do that in the world. First of all, line 2, I just want you to know you're so frigging amazing. You astound me. I am just in awe of the 2s that I know and the natural gifts that they have and the incredible talents. They're so unique. So that's really like when someone tells me they're a 2, I just know immediately, wow, like what is their unique gifts? What are their talents? I'm so curious to discover. And that's one of the main characteristics of the 2 is that they are also called the natural or the genius because they just have these innate gifts that are already there. They are already established. They didn't need to learn them. They didn't need to earn them. They didn't need to be certified or they didn't need to study them in order to have them. They're just there and then they express out of them. And the 2 is just kind of doing their thing when these gifts emerge. And it's really cool. It's like natural and easy. So it can be a struggle for the 2 to even see that they have gifts because it is so natural and easy to them and they didn't work at it for it to be there. And so if you are a 2, this can be something you just try to notice is like, what am I naturally gifted at? What are people noticing that I'm doing that they're appreciating and telling me, wow, and really take that in and allow yourself to acknowledge the gifts that you're being shown. Because what happens is you're going to naturally express your gifts and it's almost like your aura is this bubble that's speaking for you and it's saying, hey, I'm really good at this. Hey, look at me, look at me. Even though the 2 does not want attention. They would prefer not to be noticed for their gifts, but they can't help that their projection field is saying, I'm good at this, and people are going to notice and they're going to call you out. They're going to say, hey, what are you doing? That's incredible. And when that happens and when you are called out, allow that in. Allow yourself to really appreciate the fact that you do have these gifts. And then let yourself be amazing. Let yourself do the things that you like have these natural and easy gifts at. Allow that to be your thing and to thrive at it. You are here to share these natural gifts for a reason. So it's not like you need to go off and study a whole bunch of things just to be like everybody else. No, like you can be just gifted and share your gifts.
Accepting that I had these gifts is really tapped in a bit back again with going to school. Like, so I stopped at getting an associate's degree. And like the thing was, it was like, oh, okay, well, when are you going to go get your bachelor's? When are you going to go get your master's? And it's like, but I'm not really learning anything. It's like, what am I learning? What am I going back for? I found that I learned a lot more outside the classroom.
Unfortunately, the education system isn't really designed for people that just have gifts and didn't need to learn them. So yeah, I think that we see in a lot of the interviews that I did that the 2s were kind of like, this education system seems like it's not really working for me. And if that's your experience, then really validate and acknowledge yourself. Like, or if you have a line 2 child, let them be amazing without having to focus too much on school being the vehicle to validate who they are. The natural gifts that the two has often emerge during their alone time. So alone time is an important time for the two to kind of go into their own world and just follow whatever they're curious about, whatever interests them, and they are very self-contained, so allowing themselves to just kind of be into whatever they're into, and that's where a lot of their self-expression and their creativity just emerges when they are in their hermit world doing their thing.
Alone time for me is something that I have always needed. Even when I was a kid, I would, spend like hours in my bedroom alone, just doing whatever, playing with toys, looking through things. But it is so essential for my sanity, I feel.
So if you are to give yourself that alone time and don't feel pressured by the people in your life to spend more time with others than you actually want to authentically. Because I think if you have enough alone time, you are gonna find some of the treasures and the gems of who you really are and what you're here to share as a result of your hermitness and your being alone. So I'm gonna keep this video nice and short, and please do check out the other 3 videos where I share more of that incredible footage of the other people I interviewed about being a 2. It's very, very illuminating, and I think you'll find it really fun to watch and see other people just like you. And if you would like to connect, I hang out in the Grid Network for Light Leaders, a community on Facebook that I host. I'd love to see you there. You can find it linked in the description box below. And if you would like my eyes on your chart or to work with me one-on-one, you can find out all about my different offerings on my website, KarenMcMullen.ca. And I would love to answer any questions you have about that. So you can always connect with me through the links in the description box. And until next time, I will see you here on my channel. So these are the videos that are relevant to go watch next about the line 2. And then if you want to stay in touch, definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I come out with the other videos about profile 4, 5, and 6, which will be the other part of your profile.